Okay. Hopefully I actually will upload this one on the second channel if you are watching there. Because I've been really bad at that. I just need to have like a couple free days where I can just fix loads of shit with my channel in general. Okay, we are live. Let's make sure I actually fucking share this time. I'm really bad at ever at sharing my videos, so right, tweet it. Okay, I won't tweet it. Maybe my videos. Discord it. Probably. But yeah, hope everyone's good. I'm so tired right now. I've got a Monster. I don't normally drink Monster in the week, despite my hat I'm wearing right now. Alright. Streaming. No. Oh shit. Post it on the Patreon. And I guess I post it on Instagram. I don't normally do that. But yeah, basically, it's so cold in the UK. I went football training till really late, and it was just like, it was snowing. Not snowing. It was -1. It's meant to be snowing right now. Not that I can see. But yeah, it was -1, and it's just like, it was a nice kind of cold because it was like a bit more like crisp. I don't know if that's the right word. You know when it's like freezing, but like maybe there's not wind or something, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, generally like my whole body was just froze when I got back, and then I just like when I think like football might be like one of the best exercises because every time I fucking play it, I am so exhausted when I get home. Because I play it on a Monday and I play it on and now I'm trying to play it on a Thursday a couple of times before I move to Spain in January, where I can't obviously play anymore. I'm just gonna share this because I'm gonna put it live streaming right now. Sorry, I'm just posting my links. I just tweeted something about the Holocaust, so I won't post. I won't post the stream there. Yeah. All right. All right, that is good. So to go with my Monster hat, I'm drinking Monster Ultra Fiesta. They've actually recently changed the can in the UK to have the orange writing here, which I've seen like the American cans have. I think because people didn't realise what flavour it was, because there's a blue one which looks really similar. But yeah, I need one today. Hey Jackine, hey Renegade, hey Massin, hey Gavin. Smith, thanks so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Mr. Beast had a new segment on my local channel about his Squid Game. Well, maybe he's getting the validation he wants because he was talking about how no one in mainstream media talks about him. What did they say about it? Wasteful, I hope. Please in the chat let me know if the stream starts going weird, because the reason I was doing it on my phone last week is I'm just sick of the stream cutting out. That's another thing. I'm really bad at technology, so I'm going to have to get someone to help me out with that stuff. Hey Adele, comfy stream. Yeah, I've just started. It's okay. I had to stream in my kitchen, which isn't ideal because my brother who lives next door to me always goes to bed early, which is annoying. So I haven't actually streamed. In my set for ages now, which I like doing. It's weirdly warm here. Yeah, it's been actually. Hey Kennedy, by the way. It's actually been pretty warm generally here. Like November was really nice, but then last couple of days it's just been absolutely freezing, which I like it to be honest. It's for Christmas and everything, I don't mind it. Okay, I'm still going. Sorry, I was checking the stream as well. Going okay. Recently got to -3 and snowy here in Toronto. Lovely. Yeah, Canada obviously climate, and North America, like northern United States, is like the UK kind of, but it's just way more extreme. Like or maybe like the north of England. North of England snows a ton. It was only 45 seconds. I thought it was cool. Yeah, I'm having an okay one. I'm having a decent week, mainly because I love when I know what videos I'm gonna do next. Because because I'm talking about NoFap in this stream. I'm gonna talk about the video a bit, but it's so funny to me that that video did really well. Like it's my second best video of the last 10. So I upload 3 times a week. So it's basically like the last 3 weeks and a bit. It's my second best video at this time, and I always love doing something weird and it paying off. So the Sigma Male was another one. I think that's on like 31k now. So I like doing that. But then the good thing about this video is I have a sequel, which I was, like I said in the video, I was going to talk about next week. But I didn't think this video would actually do that well. So I'm actually going to move that forward. I'm actually going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. It's about why do fascists like doing NoFap or think the NoFap movement is like pro-fascist and stuff. Which, like, if you guys know your history about fascism and the cultural Marxism conspiracy theory, what did these guys hate about the Frankfurt School, which they always talk about, is that Frankfurt School were a bunch of Jews who advocated for like sexual liberalization, I think the word is. And lots of people saw that as undermining like Western Christian values and stuff like that. And obviously groups like the Proud Boys do NoFap. So I want to talk about all of that stuff, and I think it'll make for a good video. Really surprised this one got monetized. It actually got demonetized to start with, and I was like, the thing is, I wasn't even mad because I was like, okay, like I'm talking about like NoFap. I use so many like words about sex and stuff in this video, so I'm not really bitter this got demonetized, but then YouTube did eventually monetize it, which was nice. But yeah, it's just one of those fun topics. I had some fun with it, and the thing is, the only reason I even looked up in the first place is because of that Sigma Male video, and I said it in the video. I was going through it, and it was just saying all this stuff about and it was like the little AI, the fucking AI voice, on the Sigma Male voice. I didn't play you this, but he was promoting like these like online lectures for NoFap, which I thought was like really bizarre, just to like just like fucking throw it in there in this video, and then I just like went down the rabbit hole, and it was so fucking weird, man. Like, if you haven't watched my video yet, please go watch it, and at least watch the featured videos in it. It's just the most bizarre fucking shit. Sorry, one sec. NoFap is super fun to do with friends. I mean, I could probably think of better bets to do than NoFap. And of course, how would you even fucking prove that unless you're all like the most honest people who've ever lived? Hey me, I love you. Thanks for joining the stream. Maritime climate. Yeah, I think so. It's interesting that's like, what's the lines in the world called again? I'm forgetting my geography. Where like, along the lines, the climate and like foliage is often very similar. I think it's like there's a line that goes through like Canada, Russia, and Scotland, and like the climate is quite similar in all of these places, and like the foliage, like is it the tundra and stuff, is very very similar. And it's like the equator is obviously like that one line, but I'm forgetting what the lines are called. But yeah, just like this whole like I talked about in the video a bit, but it's just like crazy how much of this pseudoscience has gone so mainstream, and I think that obviously is like a side effect of social media, where all these people can get together and talk about all this shit Whereas like before it was very isolated communities, and I obviously think that's why global fascism is thriving a lot as well. But you know, like with the things like Gwyneth Paltrow and all the shit she talks about, and obviously getting like a Netflix special, I think why this stuff is so dangerous and it seems quite funny on the surface is because you know, people like her saying this stuff on their platform, it just really dulls your critical thinking skills, and generally that's bad for things that we're seeing now, accepting conventional medical science, which has obviously been established for, like, you know, in some cases centuries and centuries, and now everything's up for a question, and you're talking about your energy, and you're talking about these crystals, and maybe putting an egg up your vagina and stuff like that. And for men, it's like no fap, sigma male shit, like genuinely like very, very crazy things. But it's just, even though it seems like a meme, a lot of this fucking shit has so many links to just fascism in general. And I have a bit of a, especially like earlier this year, people used to meme my channel a bit, 'cause it's like, oh, Kavernacle thinks every single person is a Nazi, but they never actually watch my videos properly and everything. So I'm just going to retime my video. Smith, thanks so much for the $5 again. A lot of NF people. What does NF mean? Nick Fuentes people. Well, people say that about Steven Crowder being like a closeted trans person. And didn't Nick Fuentes go on a gay date with a cat boy? Isn't that like a thing that happened as well? Because well, obviously I made a whole video about the like gay fascism and stuff like that. And it's honestly like a really, really interesting topic. I think I talked about it a bit on Tuesday, just how these people rationalized both being a fascist and being something that's like, not like the antithesis to fascism, because it's not like an ideological opposition, but just like something that does not fit in the very rigid, conservative worldview of fascists, and that's obviously gay men. But what Ernst Röhm, who was the leader of the Brown Shirts, who was I wouldn't say openly gay, but known to be gay by people at the time, is he would say, like, you know, the Spartans were gay and the Thebians who fought with the Spartans, they were all gay. So gay men essentially can be this like vanguard for fascist society, which is like a really interesting way he tried to rationalize it. But obviously, and obviously, like, that ties in nicely with my Sparta video I made like 6 months ago, talking about why fascists love ancient Sparta, because the Nazis idealized ancient Sparta as well, like many fascists do, including obviously Golden Dawn in Greece. And it's interesting the contradiction of worshipping Sparta for its militaristic qualities, its eugenics, and its slave state, but at the same time ignoring that the Spartans, even the Spartan soldiers, would constantly have sex with each other. But it plays into this like more general fascist, I guess, ideology. And to be a fascist in the first place, you have to have a whole revisionist view of history, because if you take the real view of history that, okay, Sparta wasn't a great military power for that long, Spartans were bisexual and gay, loads of other stuff like that, or even like I'm thinking about Americans with the Anglo-Saxon shit, which is just so bizarre to me. I'm gonna make another video on that before, because it really triggers Americans being like, you're not Anglo-Saxons, like, because here's the thing with Americans, like white Americans, especially the ones who identify as Northern European. So you're calling yourself an Anglo-Saxon heritage. So it's like alluding to like German through the Saxons, like Dutch through like the Utes and the Angles and stuff like that. and then you have obviously a lot of Americans are descended from Welsh people, Scottish people, and English people. So calling yourself Anglo-Saxon is just ridiculous anyway, because you're descended from these countries which all have different like genetic makeup. So Welsh have historically been different from the English, and the English, because the English, especially during the Anglo-Saxon period, was settled mainly by Northern Europeans, where Scotland and Wales kept a bit more of their identity and their culture, where England itself became kind of like taken over by the Northern Europeans after the Romans left, and English culture itself, like, and native English culture was really, its development was really like stopped by the Roman invasion, where it became Romanized Britain, where, like I said, Wales, Scotland, obviously Ireland, and some other bits of England like Cornwall kept a sort of national identity. But like, even saying you can claim, you can't, no one in America, unless you have some ties to like royalty or something, or like the aristocracy, no one in America can trace their ancestry back to Anglo-Saxon themselves. Like, it's virtually like impossible to, like, and like I said, unless you are like some Tory MP who's like related to kings of England from 1,000 years ago, it's very unlikely you would be able to like trace your ancestry back to Anglo-Saxons. And then even if I like accept the argument that like a lot of the gene pool historically in England stayed Anglo-Saxon despite the Normans becoming the new rulers of England. The Normans, if you guys don't know, are a blend of Scandinavians and Gaelic French, I think, who became like this massive military force that conquered England. So even if I take that argument and stuff, how do you know you're purely English? It's just ridiculous. It's just like, you can't say as an American who has like a vague Northern European heritage that you are coming from some sort of Anglo-Saxon tradition. And also what makes me fucking laugh as well is a lot of the English people who were kicked out of Britain were actually kicked out for being religious extremists, essentially. And if you're claiming to have this Anglo-Saxon heritage goes quite in line with like King Alfred the Great. You guys who've watched like Vikings or The Last Kingdom, you know King Alfred the Great is like very famous English king, also kind of like head of the English church in his time. And then these people were kicked out like post Henry VIII, who started the Church of England, kind of like in the vein of King Alfred being more independent from Rome. And to think that you have this legacy of the Anglo-Saxons in any form, like ideologically or like genetically, I think is very, very ridiculous. Especially because they say it with such authority. Like, I had lots of people in the video arguing with me that they are actually Anglo-Saxons in America. I was like, you're not fucking Anglo-Saxons. Like, you're just fucking not. And even the term Anglo-Saxon is ridiculous because it's Anglo's kind of seems to mean like England now, but originally Anglo is linked to the Angles, which are Northern Europeans who settled in England. So even that statement, Anglo and Saxon, is a bit of like a generalization, because the Saxons were the dominant group from Europe, from Germany, of course, who took over Britain. So it's kind of ridiculous to say like, I have Anglo-Saxon heritage, or that's my background. It's like, no, you fucking don't. That term is really like a historical term for a period of history in England that was racialized in the 1500s by Protestants in Northern Europe and in England as a dog whistle to talk about how unpure the Spaniards, the Italians all were for having supposedly Muslim and Jewish blood. So it's like, the Anglo-Saxon thing is like OG racism. It's literally like, people always fight me on this shit. I try and explain to people the development of like white supremacy, and people always getting butthurt about it. The racialization of Anglo-Saxon as like a racial identity is key in the development of like modern racism, because if you know your history, you know that Anglo-Saxons view themselves as top of this racial hierarchy. So people view even like racial hierarchies as like white on top. It's not. It's to proper racist people who buy into white supremacy. It's not white people on top. It's Anglo-Saxons on top. It's the Anglo-Saxon race they're the purest ones. This group of people, and then you have some exceptions for like Scandinavians as well. But Scandinavians, if people don't know, and Germans all believed in the same religion essentially. So the Germans historically believed in like Odin. It was called, was you guys told me last time, like Wotan or something. But essentially, it is the same religion and the same. Obviously, Germany borders Denmark anyway, so it's like a lot of cultural exchange there anyway. But in traditional like the development of racism, Anglo Saxons were the top. Then you had like non to them non-white Europeans like Spanish people, Italian people, like Christians, but because of the background of their countries, weren't considered the purest form of white. And then you had other groups, Slavic Christians and maybe like other types of white groups, but not like Anglo-Saxons. And then obviously you have Muslims, and then you have below Muslims you have natives, and then below that you have obviously black people, who are always bottom of the racist hierarchy. And obviously it's not just a through line, but you have other stuff like obviously the Spanish colonization of the New World, where they actually set up a literal hierarchy of races essentially, where pure Spaniards were at the top. Then you had people who were Spanish but born in the New World. Then you had people who were half Spanish, half native. Then you had the natives, and then you had the black people. That is literally a hierarchy the Spaniards designed on how to rule the New World. So that sort of stuff, if you take that and then add the Anglo-Saxons on top, you got a pretty good idea of how racism has developed. And now people get a bit funny when you say like, oh, you can't be racist to a white person. You can't be racist to a white person in the terms of if you believe in white supremacist hierarchies existing, because you can be bigoted, discriminatory, everything like that has happened throughout human history, that happens in loads of parts of the world that have essentially nothing to do with this European centric racism. But what people don't understand is we live in a global system that is dominated by white supremacy that adheres to this power structure, and and it has changed a little bit. Like it's now white, and white doesn't necessarily just mean Anglo-Saxon anymore. Although a lot of racists do believe Anglo-Saxon is still the top of the hierarchy, whereas this has been exported around the world. So Indians, India as a society is very racist against African people. Why are they racist against African people? It's because they buy into the same system of white supremacy that was exported to India. You can literally read petitions by Gandhi when he was a lawyer in South Africa saying to the British, please pass equality laws for the Indians, but not the black people because they're savages. This is an Indian guy who's been treated nearly as bad as the native Africans in South Africa, and he's petitioned the British to change the laws for Indians but not change the laws for native black people. So I get frustrated when it's like, racism is if you just say something bad to someone based on the colour of their skin. No, it's not. Racism, like in the terms of global racism and Western racism, is this power structure, and it's a white supremacist power structure that has developed over probably about 600 years since the Portuguese first took slaves in 1453 and brought them back to the Vatican, and then colonized the New World in 1492 with Columbus and stuff. Obviously, you could go even deeper and take it back to the laws against Jewish people in the 1300s in England and Spain, and of course the wars against Muslim countries and Muslim empires and Muslim territories. And all of this factors into the growth of white supremacy, because generally racism, as we understand it, has not existed forever. Roman people, Roman empires. Rome had two dark-skinned African emperors. Race wasn't a thing to them because it didn't exist. It was about Rome, and you either became Roman or you were against Rome. So it was totalitarian. It was a fascist thing still. It was our culture is superior, you must adopt our culture or we'll destroy you, like they did to native English people, among loads of other native peoples around Europe and other places in Africa. But it wasn't based on how we understand race. Race is like I said, its origins are in the 1400s, 1500s, and it's developed from there. And when we talk about racism, we're not talking about if someone calls me a supposed slur for a white person, I'm like, oh, I'm racist abuse I'm facing. I don't think the term like racist is the right one. And like I said, I'm not saying discrimination can't happen against white people. Of course it can. Japanese in the World War II, they thought they were racially superior. Do you think they discriminate against white people? Of course they did. They killed people for being white. But the Japanese themselves, despite like buying into a lot of European views in terms of empire, because the Japanese modelled their whole military and society on like Prussia and like the UK for a while before it became a fascist state or fascist military dictatorship. But their views on race were not really influenced by Europeans, whereas like in places like India and the ideology that India has today, it is very influenced by Nazi Germany and stuff, the Hindu BJP and RSS, and so like it's just something people need to kind of understand a bit in terms of like racism is like a power structure, and I guess this is like why people cry about critical race theory, because it's kind of what it touches on, is like you have to view society through the lens of like Britain, France, Germany to a lesser extent, but still to an extent, and America, and to other extents, even countries like Israel, all exist as part of propping up this white supremacist system. Obviously has its caveats. I'm saying that Israel is a white supremacist country. That might sound like a bit of a weird one because Jewish people have been victims of white supremacy for like 2,000 years, but like a lot of that ideology has transported itself to Israel through most of the founders and most of the elite in Israel actually being Europeans or descended from Europeans, especially Russians and Eastern Europeans as well. But then like in America, obviously it's a white supremacist state. The whole legal system is designed, and white supremacy obviously goes hand in hand with capitalism as well, and that's how people often get butthurt as well. You're like, well, capitalism is often racist, and they're like, well, how can capitalism be racist? Well, it's the context that matters. The context that matters is that capitalism, especially for European countries, is an extension of European colonialism, and European colonialism obviously was hand in hand with capitalism. There were corporations that did the slave trade, corporations that colonized India, corporations that went to all of these different countries and colonized them before the state took over, and were embedded with the state. Like this is something that isn't new, just because it's moved on a bit from we'll just take over an entire country and run it all ourselves, to be like, we're going to use various economic institutions like the IMF and the World Bank, and we're just basically going to own you through different means. Yeah, Kirsty, I was just talking about the Japanese stuff in general. I still believe a lot of the racism in Asia against black people is influenced by European white supremacy. But obviously they have their own bigotry. Like in Japan, Koreans and Chinese are treated like shit as migrant communities. And then obviously each country has their own problems with racism against each other. Like Indians and like non-Koreans in Korea, like Squid Game had that migrant worker and stuff. So I'm gonna take some comments for a bit. Just eat some Oreos. Alex, thanks so much for the $2. Have you ever thought about doing a deep dive on Daryl Davis? I haven't heard of that person. Who are they? But my pickle asks, here's a question: why do so many men's movements become so reactionary? Why is feminism seen as men hating? That's a good question. I guess it's like with anything. When you're challenging like a power structure, it's like if you're challenging it, the reactionary elements are like, well, you're not actually oppressed. you're doing it because you hate men. And a lot of people use the argument, well, you want to see real oppression of women, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Iran. You're doing it because you hate men. And obviously it exposes like fragile masculinity and toxic masculinity, and people like Jordan Peterson getting so popular when he's no more than just this reaction. Basically, feminists hate men. You hate men, and you're abusing, like... I saw Jordan Peterson the other day saying something about the court system is on the side of women or some shit like that. So it's just these people who do not want to give up their power, or you see it a lot with anything. People get deeply offended. I even see it with some leftists. Like, if you criticize America, they get quite offended. It's like, okay, Brit, like, you're criticizing America, you're just as bad, or some shit like that. And it's like, why are you so defensive, man? Like, I see a lot of British people do it as well, but not personally. I don't give a shit. The thing is, I don't give a shit about criticize Ireland, criticize England. I literally could not give a shit about it. I'm not patriotic about any of the countries I'm from. Trazon, XCOM is a game I've always wanted to play. I'm not big on strategy games, despite liking them. I think I'll give it a go. I've seen it came out on Switch, so maybe I will give it a go. Dragonborn saying, YouTuber called Papa Gut respond to Mr. Beast video he made. Yeah, Dragonborn, this is such a good point. I was saying this to my girlfriend the other day. Like, okay, loads of you in the chat are Americans, and I really appreciate you all, but it's obviously not you doing it, because a lot of you understand it, but lots of Americans do not get... Papa Gut has a... Oh, he just made it. Should I respond to it? So this guy, I'm just having a look at it now. This guy basically made a video on my Squid Game video. So people like, should I just copyright strike this guy for fun? All right, what's he saying?
Like, you've attempted to cancel Mr. Beast. At least he's not even hiding it. Not just criticize things you don't like. You've attempted to legitimately cancel. Okay.
For even create.
Dragonborn, that's fucking funny. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that through the mic? So some American, legitimately thinks I wanna, I think I'm gonna cancel Mr. Beast in my videos. Like, this is something like we can talk about a bit more. Like, how can Americans like miss the point that I'm making, like, about cancel culture not existing? Okay, the tone of my voice. Someone said, "Where is the joke? The tone of your voice is serious," and I'm like, okay, the tone of my voice isn't totally serious. Like, if you watch my content, you know I am joking. But I'm like, what would the joke be if I wasn't playing it as like a serious thing? Like, what point would I be making if I was basically saying, like, you know, oh, I'm so wacky and I'm gonna cancel Mr. Beast, so let me do a crazy voice so you all know I'm joking and stuff, because we're really stupid. All right, so everyone, if you want to go watch it, I ain't gonna fucking watch it. Like, people make videos of me all the time. If you want to go watch it, I'll post it in the chat. So this link has posted. This is a guy who made a video on me on my Squid Game video. First 2 minutes, he thinks I'm being serious, trying to say I'm cancelling him. Who is this guy? Anyway, Papa Gut, 160k. Wait, what is he, like some sort of liberal, or his views are shit though? So I'm looking at this guy's channel. Sorry, I know you guys can't see this. Is he like a MAGA guy, or what is he? Just like a drama whore channel? Alright, where's his Twitter? Okay, you guys can investigate for me. A new age conservative, okay. Yeah, so me and my girlfriend were talking about this, and I was like, compare the US office, which I think is funny enough. Compare the US office to the British office, and British humour even though obviously I don't like identifying as British, but British humour is not meant to make you laugh out loud. I'll say, like, a lot of British humour is just about commentary on social situations and the awkwardness of it all. So Ricky Gervais's character in the original Office isn't played for like ha ha funny. It's played for, this is a boss that so many of you have had, and it's a satire on like modern like office culture, but it's realistic. The humor is in how absurd these people act, but it's not like so absurd no one can relate. So for example, like Michael Scott in the US Office is just a crazy man essentially. Like the stuff he does will never happen in an office because a lot of it is totally illegal. A lot of he'd be done for like loads of like discrimination and stuff because he says some like awful things about people. Like the point of it is he does it because he's an idiot, not because he's particularly hateful. But a guy like that wouldn't last in a leadership position at a company, where someone like David Brent, who played Ricky Gervais, that is someone incompetent person, but who does kind of, you know, get into his leadership roles through just like working at somewhere for years and years and years. So the stuff that's funny in the UK Office is just like, most of it is not laugh out loud. And I think that's a difference of like general US versus UK humor. But then like, that's why I said to my girlfriend about it. I was like, I literally cannot believe people are taking me so seriously. They're like, how many comments I've got under all of his Mr. Beast videos saying, and Chris Pratt as well, like, oh, how could you cancel him? You've only got 50k subs. Like, he's got millions of subscribers. Like, do you think you're gonna cancel him? What an idiot. I'm like, that's the fucking joke right there. Of course I'm not going to cancel him. Like, one small video that has like 30k views from a 50k sub channel compared to someone with like tens of millions of subscribers, billions of views, and everyone fucking loves him. It's like me saying I'm gonna cancel Ben Shapiro. Like, it's ridiculous because but the joke is, that's how conservatives think cancel culture works. They think it takes like one video, it takes one person to just say you're cancelled and you'll never get a job again, and they'll bow down to the woke mob. Cancel culture does not exist for rich and powerful people. And if your financial backers stay with, and that's the point about Alex Jones as well. I was saying, like, how do I cancel Alex Jones? I'm going to cancel him. And it's like, that's the joke. This guy has literally been deplatformed of all social media, but he's still around because he's probably being bankrolled by someone shady. But he gets loads of donations to fund his thing, and he makes his own thing. Hey, Cav, for the algorithm. Thanks, Nebraska. Yeah, like the stream if you want to help more people watch it. Have I ever considered making a video on H.P. Lovecraft? He was one of the 20th century's most influential writers, but he was one of the most racist. For fuck's sake, look at his name. Named his cat, I'm guessing? Yeah, he named his cat the M-word, didn't he? I haven't read any Lovecraft, and I'm not into like hentai porn, basically. So I've never like read or like watched anything inspired by him, just like tentacle monsters and shit like that. One sec, I just hear my dishwasher go. I'm gonna go pause it. I'm gonna leave it. It has 1 minute left. Sorry if you can hear the sound. I like, comment, and sub to the Kavernacle. I think most people here do already do that. Yeah, he did name his cat that. Hentai. I'm making a joke, like, you know, hentai, tentacle porn, shit like that. Do I like bananas? Yeah, I like bananas enough. I don't know if you have these in America. Probably do. So I'm eating these Oreo Thins, or like a small version of an Oreo, just like a bit healthier, I guess. If you put one of these, like 2 of these in a blender, or 3 of these in a blender with a banana and ice, it's really fucking good, and maybe a bit of milk, which I kind of want to do tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow. You have them. Good. I really like them. Oh, Jesus. Wait, Mio. So he both didn't get I was being sarcastic and thought the whole video was sarcasm. Like, I didn't actually believe it. I laughed when you explained the video. I want to explain this quick to people. So if you haven't watched it, basically in my new video, at the start of the video, I start saying about how much I jerk off.
We talk about the no fap movement, I should probably be honest about myself when it comes to fapping. I jerk off at least twice a day. Once in the morning, right after I work out, and then once right after lunch. I do it because I need to. Think about it, as a political YouTuber, you're dealing with drama all day long. Twitch debate bro streamers, Mr. Beast stands, Elon Musk simps. So I gotta feed the geese to keep the blood flowing. I pop off to the bathroom, work one out anytime I can, and I've gotten so good at it, I'm stroking it while I'm thinking about my sub growth right now.
So basically, I hope some of you would have understood. I'm not being serious. I'm actually quoting Matthew McConaughey from The Wolf of Wall Street. I've done my own little spin on it, but that is Matthew McConaughey from The Wolf of Wall Street. So he's like, obviously to Leonardo DiCaprio, he's like, do you jerk off? And he's like, yeah, I do it. And he's like, I do it, 3 or 5 times a week. He's like, those are rookie numbers, you got to pump those up. And he's talking about like dealing with numbers all day, so you got to jerk off all the time. And he's like, I want to, but that's not why I do it. He's like, I need to. And he talks about like, the numbers and stuff. And then he talks about like going to the bathroom and just doing it whenever you can and stuff, and it keeps your like blood flowing and keeps your fingers nimble and stuff like that. So rest assured, people, I wasn't actually telling you my schedule for doing these things. I also I don't work out in the morning, is one thing I never do. I normally do it in the evening, so I don't get up, work out, and then do it. And then I also don't usually eat lunch either. Like, I haven't eaten lunch today, for example. I'll probably just eat something when I finish the stream. But I've eaten dinner, I've eaten breakfast, I haven't eaten lunch. So it was comedy gold. I could hear a smile as you were saying. Yeah, for sure. I tried to play it a bit straight, but I was fucking lost. The thing is, I was laughing so much when I was recording that video yesterday, which is always fun, because sometimes I treat stuff quite serious. I have heard if you say like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, Nebraska, I'm going to make a new like call to action, as they call it. I'm going to change my promotion for my Patreon and social medias. I'm going to make something a bit shorter, quicker, to the point, and yeah, say a lot of that stuff in it as well. I'm just waiting for my girlfriend to go to America next week, just because we don't see each other in the week, and I see her on the weekend, and I need a free weekend because there's loads of stuff I need to catch up with, like maybe design a new overlay, write down some scripts for some videos, and I want to record a new version of that. I just need to plan it out a bit better and just make it, because I just, videos take me so fucking long. I just don't have time to do extra stuff in the week. DLC is the worst thing about modern gaming. No, I don't think DLC is the worst thing in modern gaming. I think the age of DLC was not bad for gaming. The age of Battle Pass and microtransactions and all this shit, loot boxes, this is so much worse than DLC. DLC used to be okay, like buy a Battlefield game. There'll be 4 DLCs, get the season pass thing, or just buy them, and you have quality content. Now it's just like total garbage. Like Halo Infinite, yeah, it's free to play. Like, I'm going to make a video next week when Halo Infinite comes out. Battlefield and Halo Infinite are just perfect examples of how capitalism ruins modern gaming. In that Battlefield is chasing this trend, trying to be Warzone, ruining everything that's good about Battlefield, taking all the good features out, and trying to make... And that's the thing, like, why I'm linking it to capitalism. Battlefield is owned by fucking EA, who own every sports game, including FIFA, like the most profitable video game on the entire fucking planet with its Ultimate Team stuff. Here it has Apex Legends as well, very successful, like Battle Royale style free-to-play game, and then it's trying to make Battlefield also like that, like it doesn't have enough fucking money. That's the thing of capitalism. Battlefield like great series. Like I love so many of the entries. Battlefield 1 is probably one of my favorite games of all time, and Bad Company 2 as well. And it's like you have this dedicated fan base who love this very specific type of shooter that basically only you make in mainstream gaming. Makes a lot of money. You sell skins in it like Battlefield 5, which I didn't like, but you were doing like the more season pass, battle passy thing with that, and it was okay. But they want all the money. That's the thing with capitalism. They want all the money. They're not happy with FIFA, Madden, NHL, NBA. They're not happy having all like a monopoly on sports games, the most profitable games out there. They also have Apex. They also have like Star Wars. And then it's like, leave Battlefield alone. Just what is wrong with making a Battlefield game like you made the other ones and making loads of money? Why does it have to be all the money by you taking the concept, getting rid of? How can you get rid of classes in a Battlefield game? And it has all this operator shit, so you can buy more skins for your operator and buy into battle passing. Call of Duty is doing it too. Why the fuck is everyone playing as the same operators on 2 different teams in World War II? Why am I playing as an Australian guy fighting an Australian guy? Like, and it's designed for me to see that guy wearing a different skin and be like, I want that. I will buy the bundle too. I feel left out having this shitty skin I started with. And fair enough. At least in COD's case, the characters are actually cool. And you get to play as them in the campaign, so you have like an attachment to it. Like I like the Australian guy; he's probably like the best character in the game. But I like the Russian lady as well. And it's good you can unlock them through playing. But then the skins you get through playing are garbage because they're going to sell you other skins later. But the good thing about COD, at least, it released with 20 fucking maps. And I like the new COD. Like it's probably one of my favorite CODs in a while. There's little things that I can notice, like it's trying to nickel and dime me. But then get into Halo as well. Halo's removed most of the fucking modes. You cannot even change the colour of your armour. When you play something like Big Team Battle, there are no fucking vehicles. Like, and also getting weapons is so hard. Basically, I like the new Halo's gameplay, but they've taken so much good stuff out of it because they're chasing these trends, this like live service crap. And like I said, it's not enough money for these people. Fucking Halo is on Games Pass. Most people aren't even gonna fucking buy this game. Like, even the campaign. Why don't you just make, like, you got, I don't know how old most of you guys is in the chat. I felt like a boomer for saying, like, send me back to 2011 or just bring 2011's gaming today. I would prefer that. I'm not joking. It was better. Like, for those of you who play, like, online games especially, so compare it. Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2, Halo Reach. Do those games have more features? Are those games better? They are better. Do those games have more value for the money you spend? They cost less money. They cost about like £20 less, even more. Halo Reach would cost you like £40 at most, probably like £35. I'm pretty sure I paid 30 for Battlefield 3. The new Battlefield costs 70 quid minimum. And it's got like no single player, no co-op, loads of shitty modes, removes most of the things you've liked, crap maps. And it's like, gaming was better 10 years ago. What do we have today, realistically, that we didn't have 10 years ago if we're talking about multiplayer games? I get with single player games. Single player games are way better today. I will totally concede that. Like, most of my favourite games were released in the last 6 years. Like, The Witcher 3, 2015. Assassin's Creed Origins and Valhalla, 2017 and 2020. Cyberpunk, 2020. I love Cyberpunk. So I concede they're better. But then even if we compare it to, like, GTA, right? Like, GTA was meant to have DLC, single player DLC, just like GTA 4. Got rid of it because of, like, fuck it, GTA Online, less effort, more money. And it's just, people complain about, like companies ruining their games. Specific companies. It's not specific companies, it's the economic system. You do not need, like, insane for-profit incentives to make good games. People always say it to me, like, well, if you had socialism, you wouldn't have games. Well, first of all, Tetris was made in the fucking USSR with government money at a university. Also, who made Counter-Strike? Modders. Did they do it for money? No, they didn't. Who made all these great, like, mods for loads of different games that become their own games, or just the community do this stuff for free? People, and it's changed a bit with people kind of doing it to try and get into games development, but people historically have modded games, made new games from games like Half-Life made it into Counter-Strike. They've done that because they love it, not because they're doing it from a profit incentive, and that's what people get wrong. So that's why capitalism is ruining your game, because it's one thing making a good product, selling that product. It's another thing. People saying DLC. Some games in the past, yes, they used to take stuff out of the main game and sell it back to you as DLC, and now it's just release fucking shit unfinished, update it later, make people pay a premium for it, and then like it still sells insanely well. And you're doing this because you want all the money. You want to have as many people buying this as possible, even if it's not the people who made your franchise popular. Like, the new Battlefield is going after that Warzone and Apex crowd. I don't know why the fuck it's doing that, because they're not going to play this for long. Whereas Battlefield fans, you can still go play Battlefield 3 on PC. You can go play Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 on consoles right now if you want. There's a big community around these games that lasts for years and years and years. It always has for Battlefield. And I predict that with this new entry, there won't be a large community. And if I was working at DICE right now or something, I would say, make Battlefield 2042 free to play, cut off the Portal mode and sell that instead. Sell Portal mode for £30 and let people buy that and like customize stuff and like play these like recreations of classic games. Put 2042 as its own thing. But then they've recently announced today that they want to make 2042 into the new franchise. They want these characters to carry across games. And it's like, that's the problem with modern gaming. Modern gaming isn't shit because people are bad at making games all of a sudden, or there isn't enough money. There's so much money. See the budgets of things like The Last of Us 2, which, like, the thing is, people cry. It's like, oh, like 200 million, 100 million pound games. I'd rather them spend that fucking money on making an absolutely quality game in like narratively and graphically like The Last of Us 2. Like, spend that fucking money. You earn my money, not sell me something that is complete shit, which is like a spit in the face to everyone who made your franchise successful. And also, Pro Evolution Soccer, you guys might not know as much as me, but like Pro Evolution Soccer by Konami, that's the football game I play. They've just fucking ruined it. They've gone free to play. Glitchy launch, played like shit, nothing. And the thing is, PES is so big because it has a big community who mod these games, make custom kits, and like people love this game for being like more realistic and like a sim game rather than like an arcadey one like FIFA. And they basically spat in the fans' face and be like, here's some free to play garbage. And it went so bad, they've unreleased it and they've delayed it till next spring. And it's like, that is just like capitalism in like a nutshell. Rush something out and don't value people who make you successful and like your product and your loyal community. Just go for the mass market who won't be there for a long time and destroy your product. And that's what I said to my brother the other day. I'm like, literally every franchise I've grown up with which have made so many good games are just ruining themselves. Like every single one, like FIFA, Battlefield, not FIFA, PES, Battlefield, Halo, and it's like, what happened to just releasing a really good product, and then if people want, they can buy extra stuff later in DLC. That's why I don't mind DLC. DLC, like the Witcher DLC, was crazy good value, and it was so good. But you don't have to buy it. There's a massive complete game there for you. You never have to touch the DLC. And The Witcher is worth like way more than it was ever like the asking price for it. Like I played, I completed that game like four times and nearly 5 times. Like it's just so frustrating that gamers generally are big simps of capitalism, despite not having capital at all. And they think it's a shitty company. It's not a shitty company. It's like I'm making a video about this next week, so don't worry if you've just come in now. But then I see people like Alana Pierce, who generally like I think's good YouTuber and stuff. She's saying don't boycott the companies because the devs might be out of a job. She's a game developer herself, and it's like that's not the way it fucking works. What, just keep giving them money forever, rewarding them for their bullshit? Like I rarely boycott games. Like I'm a big like simp for Ubisoft, and that's an awful company. Like I love their games. But I've boycotted, there's 2 games I've actually consciously boycotted, and that is Battlefront 2 by EA and DICE and Battlefield 2042. I'm just like, I'm not buying it. And I'm not someone who really, like I said, I buy fucking Ubisoft games. If I want to buy a game, I'll just buy it. But these companies have just ruined their franchises so bad and releasing garbage all the time. Like, DICE has fallen so far off. Like, 10 years ago, Bad Company 2, Vietnam, like one of the best like DLCs for a shooting game. Battlefield 3, like these games, you guys might not remember if you're younger. These games' graphics were like insane for the time. Battlefield 3 was like the best looking game that had like ever been made. It still looks good today. It was so mental, and like the sound design and the maps and just everything you could do in that game, even compared to Bad Company 2, was just like it blew me away when I was about 16 when I bought this game. I fucking loved that game. And now it's like, you know, you play something, and even like Battlefield 1, you can tell, and the funny thing is, the devs had to fight fucking EA to make Battlefield 1 because they said no one knows what World War 1 is and no one will like this game, and now it's hailed as like one of the best shooting games by so many people, and they absolutely love this game. And you can tell when you play that game, it's a passion project. You can see the effort in this. When you play something like Battlefield 5, you can see it's a bit more of like a mess, and Battlefield 2042 just looks like absolute fucking crap. It looks like such a corporate piece of shit product that is only made to make money. Now, there's a balance, obviously, you know, we live in a capitalist world. There's a balance, obviously, you've got to get. You have to like make money, be profitable. I get that, and you can do that from making like a really solid product, or you can do that from making a good product that does pander to like mass market shit, right? But at the same time, now it seems like to go completely other direction, and that's what I mean. Capitalism is ruining your video games because it's not just a profit incentive or a compromise between the artistic people at the studio and the money people. It's literally like, what will make me the most money ever? What will make me all the money? Like Battlefield, how do you make me all the money? Oh, you make like a Warzone clone, completely like ruin everything. And then there's also the added part about games journalism. How the fuck are IGN and GameSpot giving this game a 7? Like, I've made videos about these companies before, especially IGN. Gaming outlets essentially exist as like gaming PR. How the fuck are you giving Battlefield a 7? It's broken as fuck, and it's also complete dog shit as well. Like, I don't say that, like, I'm not a massive hater on a lot of games, but I feel very passionately that this game is total shit. And whoever fucking, and I know the person who reviewed it at IGN, and it's like, people say reviewers aren't paid. Reviewers aren't fucking paid. I 100% will tell you, most reviewers are not paid for their coverage. But the thing is, with something like IGN, they have massive sponsorship deals with these games. IGN will be paid by EA to advertise Battlefield, right? Do you think the person reviewing Battlefield would feel comfortable giving that game a 2 out of 10? Do you think the person would even be allowed to give it a 2 out of 10? Do you think if they sent that to editor, and even if corporate got wind of that, oh, so-and-so is about to give this game a 1 out of 10, Battlefield 2042, a 1 out of 10, EA, who constantly pay for ads on our site, and the thing is, I've researched this, IGN seems to be one of the only companies that take massive direct deals with these games. Like, GameSpot, Kotaku, Polygon use Google ads, which you can't really control. You can to an extent, but like, you're not being paid by the company. It's like a third party thing. Whereas IGN clearly, even on their site, are being paid by these companies to advertise the games. And like, that's the thing. Like, I love Cyberpunk, and it's like one of my favorite games over the last couple of years. But IGN giving that game like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 for the PC version, and the way they reviewed it was it was an embargo. Oh no, they weren't allowed to use their own footage. It had to be PC. They can only use the footage that CD Projekt Red gave them. And then loads of people, obviously, based on that review, would buy the last gen versions that didn't fucking work. Like, crashed to shit. And that's like, IGN's role in that stuff is helping con people, and they're complicit because some outlets said, we're not reviewing it with this criteria. We're just not going to do that. Where, you know, IGN would happily do that because CD Projekt Red pay them a lot of money to advertise their game. And that's what people miss. I know this is why gamers are so dumb. Like, it's not the individual person reviewing the game who probably gets paid like $30,000 a year or less to do this job at IGN, which they're passionate about. It's not them being paid for a good score. Like, 99% of the time, this does not happen. It's the whole dynamics of the economic system where games journalism broadly at the major outlets is severely compromised by the corporate side of the company having massive financial deals with the very products they're reviewing and the very, I guess, news they're covering. And it was really cool to see the IGN staff sign that stuff about Palestine in May, and they even had a fucking Palestinian flag on the banner. That was really cool. So you can't always blame the journalists, and I don't. And some are bigger shit like that. Ryan McCaffrey, who does that like fucking Test the podcast. He's like the Xbox guy at IGN. In my opinion, he's a massive shill, but not because he's being paid. He's just a fucking big simp for like Elon Musk and corporate shit like that. So I don't believe the reviewers are being paid, but it's this climate that is created in the games world specifically, and it's this cozy relationship between gaming press and the studios, which I don't think is rivaled in any other entertainment medium. Like, film does have this cozy relationship, but also at the same time, film outlets are gonna like hold Harvey Weinstein's feet to the fire. Film outlets will report on like bad conditions on set, stuff like that, right? Whereas game outlets will often do that, but they'll either be late to the party or they won't mention it in their actual reviews. And there also seems to be a weird thing where glitches and performance don't seem to affect review scores. And that's how I'm like, how the fuck can an IGN give Battlefield a 7? It doesn't even fucking work for loads of people. So, yeah, generally, I hope you enjoyed the rant. Generally, that's how capitalism ruins video games on multiple levels. And I'm not being a boomer. Gaming, especially multiplayer gaming, was better 10 years ago than it is today. And the industry was better 10 years ago than it is today for these shitty practices for like, I'm saying like mobile games. Basically, the mobile games influence on the industry. But like, yeah, I accept that single player games are way better now. And there's so many you can buy and so many great ones. But multiplayer has really gone to shit over the last 10 years. Alright, let's read some comments now. Sorry, that was a big rant. Work out in the morning is so stupid. Yeah, I've never really been a big fan. You don't coom twice a day. I mean, most days I'd say once or twice. Twice today? Once today. They added politics, which was banned in 2016. Fallout New Vegas, yeah, I really like that game. Yeah, Alex, I haven't seen that specifically. Taking money for reviews, I don't believe individual reviewers would be taking money. Yeah, I like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, you know, it's a bit of a meme at this point, but I genuinely did really enjoy it when it came out. Most reviewers are biased. I mean, everyone's biased. I don't care about that. That was a good monster. Battlefield 1 is jaw-dropping. Yeah, I fucking love that game. Assassin's Creed Star Wars. I mean, I'd love a Star Wars game that was like Assassin's Creed, to be honest. Yeah, Infinite going free to play is no excuse for having a not developed product. Yeah, I agree. Battlefield 1 still is better than 5. Yeah, it does. 100%. Because it's got good art style and good weather effects. Division was good. I like both Division games, to be honest. I think they got a bit of unfair hate, for sure. Yeah, she's a writer, but I'm saying game dev, broadly. Hey Venus. First one. Yeah, Tom, next week, the day Halo comes out, I'm making a video on it. I might actually use this rant I just had. I might actually put it in the fucking video. Oh shit, I'm on top chat. Sorry. I should be on live chat. Apex, I'm not a fan, to be honest. Titanfall 2 was fine. I'm not a fan of Apex. Drink more water. I have my water right here. For some reason, when I play football, I always get massive headaches. I think it's like depleted sugar or something. So, so what have you asked me? One produced. Basically, if you're a patron, I've given you my Nintendo code. But I'm gonna give out my PSN. I just haven't decided how. People in the chat, do you know how many people you can add on PSN? Because I'm debating whether to give it to everyone or give it to people over a certain tier, like $5 or something. But it really depends. Most people don't add me on Switch, and I think you only have 100 on Switch. But most people haven't added me, so it's fine. Yeah, they removed the plasma pistols EMP. Why? Why did they do that? Take their review so seriously. I mean, I like this channel called Easy Allies, which is like the game trailers people from back in the day, and I really like their reviews. But even they gave Battlefield a 7, and the thing is, it's because a lot of reviewers don't like the franchises of the games they play. So you can just play Battlefield, have a bit of fun. You're like, oh, that's a 7, not realizing that it's basically like bastardized or cannibalized, whatever word you want to use, the whole series. $2,000. Okay, I'll give it to everyone then. No, Alex, I covered that whole thing. I made a video called Capitalism is Ruining Your Video Games, and I talked about the Jeff Gertzman stuff. It's not IGN, it's GameSpot who fired him. But I was talking about that and saying, like, this is like a rare occurrence. I mean, but it shows the thing I'm talking about, the relationship between Games Press and their sponsors. Hello, Councillor. Hello, Maricow. Main, what multiplayer games are you thinking of, like Mario Kart and Smash Bros and stuff? When are we getting the 9-hour Mr. Robot video essay? I mean, probably never, but I do want to do a stream with Kennedy, who someone's in the chat. I want to talk about the politics of it. I do fucking love Mr. Robot though. I need to watch season 4 for Christmas. What country are you from? I know Brazil has insane prices for games. EB, NoFap originally was about that, but now it's some weird fucking shit about entering the quantum realm. Where's the chocolate oranges? I mean, I'm in a different room. So no chocolate oranges here. Chocolate oranges are in my set upstairs. Season 4 is incredible. My favourite is Season 3. But I like them all so much, and I like Season 4 a lot. But I just fucking love the show. When are they releasing the final volume of the soundtrack? That's what I fucking want to know. Kennedy, if you stream this month, I'm up for doing it on a Tuesday or a Thursday. I'm totally up for it. Cav, do you actually not like Breaking Bad? Nebraska, I've never watched it. I just love baiting people. I'm not going to watch it though. Main, that's fucking funny. I've never actually done it. The longest I've gone without is probably on holiday, like a week maybe. Turkey. I saw a good video about Pakistan. Obviously not the same, but like the black markets in Pakistan for gaming. really fucking interesting. It's like all there's so much illegal shit, but there's no regulation, so you can just like make like pirated PS3s with like every game on it or something. Oh, you work at PlayStation? That's cool. Yeah, that seems a bit different because you're hurting the image of the company that you work for. Hi Tito. Tuesday. Yeah, Americans say it twos, which, yeah, sounds weird to me. Sorry, people saying something in the chat. What was I gonna say? Your bit where you act like the supreme cancer on Twitter is so funny. Yeah, like obviously it's just an extended joke about cancer culture being fucking stupid. But yeah, just with the video game shit, it's just like Nintendo are one of the better companies because they just like their brand for their games is so like elite level, like Disney basically is like they just make a good game and sell it like Mario Kart 8, which is annoying because it's literally the best selling game every fucking week. It came out in 2014. I want a new one. I've been playing it for fucking years. I got even had it on a Wii U, but it's like at least Nintendo release like a good product, and then people just like it and people buy it, and then they do have some DLC sometimes, but it's not like really shitty DLC. Like people love Breath of the Wild, people love Mario Odyssey, people love all these types of games because they're just fucking good games, and they're complete packages where there are a lot, that's why like I know people hate Ubisoft games, but Ubisoft released like a complete package for a game like you might say they're too big, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you don't feel like you're not getting your money's worth. Far Cry 6, even games that I fucking love, Steep. I know they had Riders Republic recently. I might get that for Christmas, but Steep is like a really solid snowboarding game, like open world snowboarding game. I was like, this is cool. Like I spent £30 on it, and I feel like I've got my money's worth. It has lots of features. Like I've never played a game like this before. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is just like insanely detailed historical setting, which like I fucking love. Far Cry, I need to get back to, and like even things like Death Stranding, it's like no DLC, just here's the fucking game, and it's like it's long and detailed and it's good. It's good. Like no complaints there. Single player isn't as bad these days, but it's like multiplayer is just a load of shit, to be honest. Tito, thanks so much for the $5. I'm 32, but I want to be you when I grow up. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much. Very nice of you to give me a super chat just to say something so nice. You want to be me when you grow up? I wouldn't advise it, but I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Yeah, LFJ. Nintendo's online. Nintendo is just such a dinosaur. Like the fact the Switch can't have like most streaming TV apps is fucking like crazy, and obviously I understand the business point of view, but not being able to buy old games is so fucking annoying. Like the Wii U is actually really good. You can buy DS games on the Wii U, which is really fucking cool. But why the fuck can't I do it on Switch? It's because they want to add it to that fucking online service thing. Fuck Steve, all my homies play Wii Ski and snowboard. What was it? Is there a skiing mini game on the Wii Fit? Is that what I'm thinking of? Wii U was underrated. Wii U was underrated. It's a bit irrelevant now though, because most of the good games are ported to the Switch. But the backwards compatible stuff of buying Nintendo games and like Nintendo 64 games and DS games is really cool. Like I've got Animal Crossing. I got Animal Crossing on my fucking Wii U, like Wild World. Nintendo Wi-Fi. Yeah, Nintendo have had some weird fucking shit with all of this. Oh, you're playing Nintendo 64 right now? That's cool. I really want that fucking Nintendo 64 Switch controller. I need to get one of them. Yeah, Wii U is cool. Like, had some alright like third party game. I used to play fucking Black Ops 2 on it, play the campaign. What else like did I used to play on it? Mario Kart, Breath of the Wild. I have Breath of the Wild on Wii U. That's gonna be a fucking like collector's item one day. Because I don't know who the fuck bought that on Wii U. This Halo fan, thanks so much for the $7 Australian dollars. Get on your Sigma grind set and you'll finish the Infinite Battle Pass in no time. Halo fan, I literally the other day I got 43 to 3 big team battle, 10 recoveries, like two plants to capture the flag. I got fucking 50 XP. It's actually a joke. The battle pass on that game is a load of fucking shit, man. Like I don't even care about progression, but it's like so fucking insulting. Like at least with COD, you can grind guns and skins and stuff. And like Battlefield 1, which is not my favourite game, there isn't really much to grind for in that game, but you get like challenges for like ribbons and like skins and stuff, and it's like at least there's fucking something. But Halo is just such a fucking joke. You hated Breath of the Wild. I'm not like the biggest simp ever for it, but I did really like it. Yeah, the voice chat thing is fucking stupid. Really lucky to have kept it all this year. Yeah, I've got all my Wii U stuff, mainly because I play... The Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii. So me and my girlfriend literally still play Wii Sports on my Wii U. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, Smash Online is a joke. Yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising. Never played it. I have heard good things though. Nintendo Wi-Fi. That was fucking funny though. Nintendo. What was that weird fucking mic thing they had as well? Nintendo Voice Chat. Or whatever it was called. Adele, what's inaccurate about what I said about Battlefield? Smash Bros. Oh, the Wii Zapper. I want to get one and just play some like Zelda crossbow training. Smash Bros. Brawl was sick. I fucking hate Smash Bros. Ultimate because it takes so fucking long. Just let me unlock all the characters. I don't want to grind to play Solid Snake. Just give me him. I can't be fucking bothered. It's just a game I want to boot up like a couple times with my friends. I don't want to fucking grind the characters out. Just give me all of them. Yeah, a rye bread. That's the annoying thing. Like, I'm hyped for the campaign. Comes out next week. Like I'll play that for sure. I bought an Xbox Series S recently just because I wanted to play Halo and I wanted to bring a console to Spain with me when I move there. Halo sucks. I didn't say Halo sucks. I like Halo. I fucking love Halo. Like one of my favorite games growing up. Yeah, but Adele, that's on Portal. There's no classes on the main game. Portal is like all the old games, so you have to have the classes. But 2042 doesn't have classes. You can't even crawl backwards, and it has no destruction, has no classes, has no scoreboard. The maps are just massive open spaces. You can call in vehicles as much as you like, basically as much as you fucking want. The hovercraft dominates. Oh my god. Such a fucking mess. Like, why is there specialists in Battlefield that replace the classes? There are specialists in Battlefield 5. Why are they replacing the classes? Rybread, Splitgate is good. Like, I actually think, I was saying this to my brother, I think Splitgate is like a better sequel to Halo in a lot of ways than the new Halo. And the main thing is, it's obviously like a fucking clone. I'm hyped that it's coming out on Switch one day. It's obviously like a clone, but I said to my brother, we're talking about this, I said, I like Splitgate more in some ways because you can actually get the fucking weapons that are different easily, and you start with a battle rifle. Why the fuck do you not start with a battle rifle in the new Halo? And it's so hard to get one as well. Why in the new Halo is it so hard to get any other weapons? I was saying Halo 3, Halo 2, even Splitgate, it's like the weapons on the wall, they're easy to get, there's lots of vehicles. But I think Halo Infinite, like, because the gameplay is so solid, I think a lot of people are actually overlooking a lot of the problems in the game where the old games had so much more. Like, big team battle in the new Halo is so shit. Like, why am I running for like 5 minutes to do anything? Like, where are the vehicles? What, one warthog at the base and one mongoose? Where the fuck? Like, in Valhalla and Halo 3, you had a tank, a banshee, two mongooses, and two warthogs, I think. It's just so annoying. The only FPS game I have is Doom Eternal. I like Doom Eternal a lot. I preferred Doom 2016, and here's the thing, I fucking love the multiplayer on Doom 2016, and they got rid of it for Doom Eternal. They made it this weird like invasion mode. Yeah, but Adele, do you like the old Battlefields? Because if 2042 is like one of your only Battlefield experiences, I can understand why you might like it. But if you Battlefield is about like team play, like people in my matches used to get like 0 kills and get top of the leaderboard because they're playing as medics, right? Now no one revives in the main game really, because there's no incentive really to do it, because you don't get rewarded for playing as a team. You get rewarded just for kills now, or primarily for kills. That gives you the most XP. So Battlefield transitioned into a game where it wasn't all about killing. It was about like helping people, like you preparing things, spotting people or like suppressing people. You used to be able to do that. Like, they've removed most suppression. In Battlefield 3, you could set up an LMG and just fucking suppress people and like hand out ammo, and you'd get points for that. Even like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, you could do that. Now it's just basically like a hero shooter. I've only played Metro Last Light, and I really fucking liked it. The story was really good. I started Exodus. I didn't love it, but I'm willing to give it another chance. It's on Game Pass, so when I go to Spain, I'm literally only bringing my Xbox just so I can catch up on a lot of these games I've missed, even though I still want to complete Death Stranding, and even though I've done that before, the Death Stranding Director's Cut, I've completed Death Stranding original, and Far Cry I haven't completed. Oh, someone, if any of you play Call of Duty, is Call of Duty just linked to an account now, like your Activision account? Like, could you play Call of Duty on PS5, and then sign in on your Activision account on an Xbox, and you'd have all your stuff? I don't know if anyone knows that. Captain Kosher, I don't think it's even worth debating people like that, especially online. I think the best thing, if you know someone in real life who believes that shit, I think trying to steer them away from it is helpful. In terms of online, especially arguing like on Twitter and Reddit, it can be okay, like just get some frustration. I don't think it actually changes much though. Original Medal of Honor, the original one on PS1. I thought we were talking about Frontlines. Hey Rexim, we're not doing so bad. Thanks. We're just talking about video games and how much capitalism has just fucking ruined them. So. Yeah, BF1 Operations is the battle medic. Man, Battlefield 1 Operations was so fucking good. And I tell you what was actually good. Battlefield 1 had fucking amazing DLC that was worth the money. The French and the Russian DLCs. For the Russian one, you got 5 maps. And it even gave you a new fucking era of history. You're playing the Russian Civil War between the Bolsheviks and the white Russians. And it's like loads of new guns, loads of new vehicles, new fucking massive maps, like a whole new like vibe and stuff. And yeah, you had to pay for it. You had to pay £40 for the season pass. I'm fucking happy to pay that if it's good value. I'm not fucking happy to pay for a shitty battle pass where I still got to grind to unlock everything. Like, I don't understand. Why do you pay for a battle pass and you don't unlock this shit? You have to still grind for it. I don't fucking understand that. It's such a load of shit. Nah, Battlefield 4 isn't bad. Battlefield 4 was a fucking mess when it came out. I never played it again after the first couple months. Bad Company, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 1, good. Battlefield 5 better than Battlefield 4. Battlefield 2042, absolute garbage. Hey Katie. Fuck capitalism. See you later if you're leaving, but yeah, I agree. Oh, how was your birthday? Hope it was good. Did you do anything nice? Or did you buy anything nice? I bought myself loads of shit for my birthday, just because you can't wait around for presents when you're older. Okay, you're a super casual player, Dell. Okay, maybe that's why you wouldn't be angry like I am about it. Why is it funny this gaming streams on YouTube? I know I've never streamed on Twitch though. I only stream on YouTube. Half-Life Alex looks amazing, but since I developed like astigmatism and like migraines, I just can't bear to put on my VR. But I only have PSVR, so I couldn't play Alex anyway. I've been to Spain once. I was in the Navy, great place. Yeah, I've been to holiday in Spain like many times, like southern Spain. And then me and my girlfriend have just like booked an apartment for like 3 months and a bit, starting in January. But I'm hoping we can fucking get out of the country and get into Spain before Omicron. But Spain has actually had way harsher lockdowns as well, so I'm a bit scared about that. Hopefully everything on my YouTube goes fine. Like, I'm bringing all my equipment. Streaming times are going to change though, annoyingly. I can't be streaming like 3:30 a.m. like it is now. I'm going to be streaming at like 10 p.m. Spanish time and stuff. Yeah, man, that GTA trilogy, like the graphics are kind of nice, like the lighting and stuff. Obviously, they fixed the rain. The rain would give me like a fucking seizure, but yeah, like I want to play San Andreas again and Vice City. Like Vice City fucking soundtrack. I recently bought GTA 4 on Xbox Series S, the backwards compatible, and I just played it for like a couple minutes. And I was like, this is so good. This is so like, it's weird at this point of gaming where you can go back to entries from like 12, 13 years ago and they're better than the current ones. Like okay, maybe if you're a certain type of gamer, but like mechanically no one would argue that Metal Gear Solid 1 is better than Metal Gear Solid 2. No one would really argue that Metal Gear Solid 4 plays better than 5. I understand liking 4 more in terms of the gameplay because you could do lots of cool shit, but I don't think many people would argue that 4 is better than 5 gameplay wise. But I feel like now you can kind of just like, yeah, GTA 5 plays better and is more fun than GTA 4 is better than GTA 5. I would die on that hill all day. Better story, better fucking physics, like running over people, or like flying out of the windshield when you crash your car, or like policemen like holding onto the doors while you drive off, and like the weight of the cars was so fucking nice. Even just like the way people react as being shot. Like I can't wait to like play that a lot again. I wish the online was still up, but also they removed 80% of the fucking music of that game as well, which is really infuriating. It had such a good soundtrack. Oh, you went to New York. That's fucking cool. I'm going to sleep now. Okay, you can tell me next time. I do want to hear about it though. BF1 was stupidly immersive for a multiplayer game. Yeah, the fucking like blowing the whistle and like the music and the effects. Oh man, I need to play that again. It's just because my PS5 is so small memory. Like Marco Polo. Yeah, Bank Number 2 was king. I've done a lot of Marco Polo. I don't know when you subscribed to me, but I have a playlist called Politics of Gaming. Let's get it up actually. I have a playlist called Politics of Gaming, and it's pretty big. So let's show you. So if you like my gaming content, then there is a playlist for you. So wait one second, let me spin this around a bit. Fuck. Where should I go? I'm gonna make myself a bit small. Alright, so here's my Politics with Gaming playlist for everyone who likes my gaming stuff. So there I have like something about Metal Gear, but Abby Shapiro and her husband playing Bioshock. I've got 2 of them. John Tron. This is one of my favorite videos I've made actually. The Last of Us 2 one I made when it came out. Proud of this one as well. Socialist Politics of Hideo Kojima. Got Abby one. Got one about the racism of cyberpunk. Anita Sarkeesian. The gamers being oppressed. The politics of Animal Crossing. Politics of Call of Duty. Some stuff about Angry Joe. What else I got here? Gaming community stuff. Jim Sterling. US Army Esports. Some stuff on Ubisoft. More Angry Joe stuff. Oh, what's actually cool, I won't say who, but one of see, I have a video on 6 Days of Fallujah, and it's basically being really critical of the concept And what was really cool, I'm not going to name who it was, but a game developer I actually really like actually DM'd me on Twitter and just said some nice things about the video, which was really fucking cool. Obviously, I'm not going to say who they are, but like, really cool to hear just someone saying nice things on one of your videos. Who remembers this fucking guy who's making the Harry Potter game? He's like an anti-SJW YouTuber. There's my one about games journalism, which I think is one of my better ones. But yeah, here's my politics of gaming, and then obviously I made my Call of Duty one last week. But yeah, I enjoyed making this one. Like I was saying to my girlfriend actually, it's like it's crazy. My job now, which is better paying than the job I quit a year ago, where I can, where on Monday I talked about fucking Fallout on Monday. It's like on Monday I talked about the politics of the Fallout games. On Tuesday I talked about the politics of the Fallout games. On Wednesday I fucking talked about I talked about no fap. And I was like, this is my job now. I'm talking about. Here's a funny one for you guys. So if you guys know the Young Turks, I made videos about how I always loved the Young Turks growing up and how they like inspired me and everything. And like I got well happy. Anna Kasparian followed me on Twitter like a month ago, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But I was like, why does she follow me? And she's never like liked any of my tweets. We've never spoken on Twitter really. She liked a couple of my tweets, replying to her on some things. But then I tweeted out my no fap video yesterday on Twitter, and the first tweet of mine she likes like that I just post was the no fap one. So Anna Kasparian's first interaction with me was liking my no fap video, and I was just like saying to my girlfriend, I was like, you know, we've been going out nearly 9 years, and I was like, do you remember when I used to recommend the Young Turks to you when we started going out? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, isn't it so fucking funny? Like Jenk and Anna have been so influential in me getting into like YouTube and like my politics, and like I really like do like Anna. And then she follows me, which is really cool, and the first thing she likes is my fucking no fat video. It's just so fucking funny. I just like, yeah, your YouTube hero. It made me happy that she liked it. I was just like, fucking hell. Like, it also made me happy because it made me think maybe she does watch some of my videos if she just likes this bizarre one about no fat. Oh, Katie, I don't think you'll forget that birthday. So Katie says her birthday, I have to sleep, but my cousin was being an ass, and also having bad mental health moments, so she kind of fucked up dinner, and there was a man who had the gun. Fucking hell. Your life sounds so dramatic, Katie. But hopefully it'll be a good memory one day. But sorry to hear your birthday didn't go perfectly. Yeah, Captain Kosher, I want to make a video about Hearts of Iron. Yeah, Captain Kosher, like lying on your back and like throwing a grenade backwards is really fucking cool. I love doing that shit. And the customization of guns is really cool. But then the movement is really fucking slow now. Like if you go back and play it, it's very hard to play. Yeah, GTA 4 ragdoll physics. Yes, so fucking funny. Shotgunning a policeman down the stairs. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, GTA 4. All the old GTAs had very good political commentary. Even do you know what video? Do you know what advert I fucking love? That Pisswasser advert in GTA 5. Oh man, like what's it? Pisswasser. Oh, has it? What's the funny line? Pisswasser. It's something about the USA. It's just like a really xenophobic advert about how great America is. You better speak English if you like it here so much. So Pisswasser is like GTA's version of Budweiser, but the advert was fucking funny. Ever since I got to uni, I really just want to finish classes and chill for a bit, ranking some frames on FPS games. Adele, one of my favourite moments at uni ever. So I was in this group project with this girl. Never met her before, but this was in the end of 2017, I think, or maybe the start of 2018. doing my master's degree, and then I had to do like a group presentation. I was sitting next to this girl. We're just talking like because we were waiting for someone to show up, and she was like, I was looking. I could see her phone, and she was on YouTube, like typing in some gaming stuff. I was like, "Oh, do you play games?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I do." And she's like, "What games are you into?" And I was like, "Oh, Battlefield 1. Like, I fucking love it. I play it all the time." And she was like, "Oh, I've been really getting into that lately." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Like, have you? Like, I've been playing it since like 2016. And I just love it so much." And she said, "Have you got your stat page?" And she was asking me if I had the mobile app for the game. And also it threw me off a bit because it's like a fairly like pretty like girly girl. So I know it's a bit of like a sexist thing on my type. But I haven't met many girls like girly girls who play video games, apart from someone I know who works at PlayStation Access. Does anyone watch PlayStation Access, by the way, the YouTube channel? And then she pulls, and then the thing is, she's like, "Been playing it with my clan," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I showed her my stats. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got like 2.2 KD. I've been playing it for 87 hours. I'm like rank 87." She pulls out her one, way less time. She's like, "Yeah, I'm ranked 95." And I'm like, I was like, "How the fuck did you do that?" Like, and she's like, "I've only been playing for 2 months." That's like, "I've been playing for like a year and a half, and I'm not there." And I was just like, it was such a fucking funny moment. Like, it threw me off so much. I was just like, literally the last person I'd expect to be like an insanely hardcore Battlefield player, but kind of casual in that they'd only just started playing it, and they were already way better than me. It was really fucking funny. But yeah, like my I won't call her my friend. I'd say like acquaintance from uni. She works for PlayStation Access, and then like such a hardcore gamer, like puts me to shame. Like does all the God of War Valkyries. I'm just like, how do people get that fucking good? But then it's like, she's also like a model, so it's like when people, I don't know if you get this, but when people are so good at so many things and like talented or whatever, and got loads of things going for them, it's just like, just let me have my gaming. Interstellar Bruce, I probably disagree about single player, just because so many games are just insane now, like Last of Us, Red Dead, stuff like that. Tita, I fucking love that you said that. Like, I've been pissing off my girlfriend saying that shit all the time. I don't know if any of you guys remember my Sigma male video, but it was like that fucking AI voice. It's like it was like alpha males often go by the nickname bad boy. And then what I also love is that it talks about beta males. It's like beta males were probably, and it says bullied, like bullied. And it's like probably bullied, and I keep saying to my girlfriend, I keep saying probably bullied, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up saying that stupid AI thing." That's how you know it's not actually a voice. It's saying bullied as bullied, and it's saying loads of other weird shit about, like, they call alpha males go by the name bad boy. Like, it's just like an accepted thing. Like, if you're an alpha male, you go by the name bad boy. I was in sad boy hours when I found out Alex Perrin is married. You should be married for fucking years, though. Man, don't worry. You're never gonna get her. her husband is like an ex fucking baseball player, and he's like jacked Cuban guy. If you look up the NYC and gunmen, honestly, that was happening while we were in the cab on the way to the train. The bombs. Oh my god, that's so fucking crazy, man. Yeah, my girlfriend's going to America next week. I really hope she doesn't run into any shit like that. It feels like an insane country. Yeah, that was from my computer. Sorry. GTA is good. Like, the old GTAs are good. I'm not a massive fan of 5. Oh, Max Payne 3 is now backwards compatible, which I fucking love that game. It's one of the best shooters of all time, in my opinion, like third-person shooters. But they're trying to charge £17 for Max Payne 3. That game came out 10 years ago, nearly. Like, literally 10 years ago in May. You're trying to charge me fucking £17. I will pay it, but like, so that's how they're getting me. I will pay it, but like, why? Why? Just £10. I bought GTA for £6, even though it was on sale. Meow Neon, thanks so much for the BF2042 Canadian. It's awesome to see you laugh. I'll talk about the insanity of NoFap. Always fun to mention one of them. Around here in Canada is part of the PPC. Is that the People's Party? Do believes in breathing through your balls. Oh my god, what the fuck? Maybe that. Nian, is he far right? This guy. Maybe I can talk about him in my video tomorrow. I'm gonna annoy my girlfriend by saying it as well. Tito, start saying beta males are probably bullied. Just to really annoy it. And probably bullied. Like the AI voices are getting so much better. Like I genuinely couldn't tell if that was fake or real for so long. But it was the little things like saying like they go by the nickname Bad Boy. Like it's obviously someone who doesn't speak English as their first language writing that, and the bullied stuff clearly shows that they're not actually speaking English properly. Bullied. Kavernacle thinks there are too many women in gaming. Confirmed. Not enough, to be fair. But although I think it's getting a lot better. I mean, like, I've played in mixed sports teams, mainly rugby and touch rugby. It's such a nice atmosphere. Like, I fucking hate playing like all male sports teams because the culture is so fucking toxic, and I just really don't feel comfortable. But like playing in a mixed team, which I did at uni, is just like it's just a really chilled vibe, and it's just nice. Where like mixed or like, you know, it's okay because mostly I play with my friends, but like when you're playing for a team that aren't most of your friends, it can be really shit. You called a blue-pilled soy boy. Who called you that? If you have Xbox, you can buy all of them. Backwards compatible. They just released them last week. 1, 2, and 3. But honestly, I'd say 3, 1 and 2 are fine if you play them, but I don't think they've aged that well. 3 has aged really well though. Man, I'm getting. Do you know what series I fucking love, which has gone away? Brothers in Arms was the fucking best. I was playing that on stream last week before it crashed my stream. Hell's Highway, like, oh man, it's such a good game. It's so, like, it became fucking Borderlands. I'm not even joking. They released like a cartoon sequel, then cancelled it, and it became Borderlands. Are we really sacrificing like one of the best World War II series for Borderlands? Like, a joke. Oh, okay, in the live stream. My name is Anglo-Saxon. What are you, like, Aethel Red, or Aethel Wolf? Gotta keep your sacred seed. Yeah, that shit is so fucking weird. It reminds me of a cult. But yeah, so tomorrow's video is just gonna be talking about NoFap as like a fascist thing, which it is generally. And then I was gonna make a video about Milo Yiannopoulos tomorrow actually, but since the NoFap one's done so well, might as well just follow up on it with this part 2. But I'm actually in a quite good place with YouTube at the moment, not just because my channel's doing really well, and like everything's going really well with it. I got so many ideas written down. Like Chris Pratt's fucking insane brother, I want to make a video on. So yeah, I got like no fat racism, that's tomorrow. Why Japan has a big communist party. Skyrim politics, maybe. Why can't games be fun and non-political? I want to do. Israeli gay pride. Milo Yiannopoulos. Last of Us Israel. NoFap, that's done. Alex Jones isn't a fun meme, that's done. Warhammer 40k, that's done. So I'm just taking them off. Ricky Gervais, Russell Brand. Toxic masculinity of explorers. New atheists love Israel. Patriotic socialism. New atheists eugenics. Anglo-Saxon. Again, bullied. Hilarious downfall of Andrew Yang, I've also got written down here. The thing is, I want to write this like as a Medium article, but I want to give people advice on how to be like a moderately successful YouTuber. One thing I would always say, double dipping is perfectly fine on a topic, and also if a video does well, do another video that's on the same topic. That's what I always say. Like, people get a bit funny sometimes about diversifying content and everything. But I'm just like, if a video does well, do a follow up. Like, always do a follow up. But yeah, I need to write I need to write an article about this stuff. Because I think people who start YouTube channel, like, obviously I can't talk about Twitch streams and stuff because I know a lot of people. I know streaming seems to be the big thing now. Whereas I actually read a good article about streaming. It's like you literally cannot have a day off. Where I don't really have many days off with YouTube, but the thing is, over Christmas, I'm hopefully not going to work for a week, but I'm just going to plan loads of content in advance. You're going to get my lovely Roadie Boo video, which was taken down by Forgotten Weapons, copyright strike my video, but I've still got the file. I'm just going to edit it and re-upload that, and then I'm going to upload 2 videos over Christmas. Maybe, I mean, Christmas to New Year's week. I probably will do like a best moments of 2020, like review my best moments of this year, covering like political stuff. Zack Snyder calling out Geeks and Gamers was fucking so funny. That's literally one of my favourite moments. And the Steven Crowder thing was really funny as well. The Shang-Chi actor calling out Geeks and Gamers as well was pretty funny. He seems to take like a lot of L's. Anything else? I mean, there's probably some other stuff. The year's still got some time to go. But like, yeah, those have been my favourite moments. So I'm probably just talk about them. Okay, Adele. See you later. Have fun on that stream. Oh no, the cancer natural kill list. Yeah. Gus, yeah, obviously it does sometimes feel like my videos are quite disposable, but then obviously you get people who go back and binge your old stuff, or they just watch it way later. Like, I still get comments on like really old videos. Luca, thanks so much. Hope you have a good evening or night or wherever it is in Brazil. I do have a lot of people subscribe from Brazil actually, which is cool. That guy was telling me about the land army or whatever it was, those like guerrillas who like fight the government, was cool. Another World War II games that would be cool. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. Hearts of Iron I will talk about at some point. Let me write that down. But there's not many coming out really. Like, I talked about Battlefield 5, talked about COD, and don't know what else I talked about for World War 2. Oh, Salmon, that's cool. Yeah, the thing is, those old Brothers in Arms hold up really fucking well. I'd love a remaster. I'd even fucking love the old ones remastered in Hell's Highway's engine, even though it came out only like a couple years later. Yeah, like, I started Earned in Blood when I bought my PS2 again. Bought a PS2 again in 2015, but I never finished it. But it is like a spin on... It's kind of like the same story, isn't it? But like told from Red's perspective. Where I've completed Road to Hill 30. Like, it's just the art style is so good. Like this real overcast foresty thing, which I think makes it hold up a lot. And it just like is still very fucking hard and tactical. I think it's such a good game. Like, if you can, guys in the chat, like if you want like some tactical World War II games, any of the Brothers in Arms games are really good. And the PS2 ones and the Xbox ones, they hold up really well. I need to see if they're on Xbox backwards compatible. I'd love to fucking play some of them again. Yeah, Arma 3 has so many fucking crazy mods. Have you started making your own games, or you want to do it? 4 a.m. game, Portuguese. Oh, hey. Yeah, Portugal has the same time zone as the UK, doesn't it? But Spain doesn't. It's on Ubisoft Plus. Oh, damn. Are all of them on it though? Yeah, I don't think that's something I really want. I want MGS 6 to be set in the Vietnam War. Because Snake meets Eva in Hanoi in 1972. Give me a Metal Gear Solid game set in Vietnam and base it on like Apocalypse Now style like morality, like the US are the bad guys. I want something like that. Okay, thanks, Meow Meow. I'll check it out. Maybe it will get into the video tomorrow. Yeah, Red Dead 2, I made a video about that, Briar Bread, when I was talking about Abby Shapiro's husband saying Red Dead 2 was pro-conservative. When it's literally about, like, American Manifest Destiny being fucking awful, so... Oh. Raxim, what is Ubisoft Plus? Is it like a subscription thing? Dragonborn, I don't know. I know it's full of fascists, though, but I haven't read anything on it. It's kind of hard sometimes when you got to do your own research, but I'll probably go through like Reddit and just find some stuff. MGS6 ain't gonna happen. Well, Rybread, they've outsourced MGS3 remake to a Chinese studio. Apparently, they wanna make a new Metal Gear after the remaster. Raxim, I wanted to complete Death Stranding again before I did it, but that's gonna fucking be ages now. I might just have to write it when I'm in Spain and just do it then. Have you played Insurgency? Yeah, Gus, I have Insurgency on PlayStation. I like it enough. It's cool how hardcore it is, but I don't know. There's something about it. I just don't want to play it long term. I think it's just a bit stressful with how hard it is. Like, it's not. It's good, but not fun. Where Battlefield is fun, I think. Yeah, Shell Shock. Me and my friend used to talk about it all the time, but I never replayed it. They made a weird fucking sequel, like 10 years ago. It's about like zombies in Vietnam eventually. One of them more games and you dunk fascist heads in toilets. There's not many anti-fascist games at the moment anyway. PUBG was an armor mod. Yeah, I thought it was like a mod of it. Kavernacle cancelled Death Note. I should make some cancel thing actually. I'm talking about merch at the moment with someone. But they need me to design it first. And I just haven't had fucking time, so. Wolfenstein: The New Order, yeah, it was good, like linking American racism. Maybe I'll go back to it. I haven't played it in like 4 years, so. But Raxim, you can't get it on console. I'd buy it for like a month just to play Brothers in Arms again. Give me it on Switch. Salmon, what you just said was meant to be Metal Gear Solid 5. Playing as the Cobras in World War II. One thing which is annoying that they never address is that Ocelot is the boss's son, and he doesn't know it. How many did I eat? I had for 6 thin ones. Yeah, like, Ocelot is the boss's son, and it's never fucking addressed, like, in the game. Which is the craziest thing. He's the son of the Sorrow and the boss, but in MGS4, which wraps up everything, it does Snake and Big Mama and everything don't say Ocelot is the boss's son, which is just like one big plot hole in Metal Gear. I would love them to cover a bit more. Like, he doesn't know he's the boss's son, I'm pretty sure, either. Insurgency on PC is full of racists. Okay. I just mute the chat when I go on it. Probably people cosplaying as like American soldiers, but then you can play as the insurgents too. Captain Kosher, yeah, I've included that in so many videos. Like before I had 10k, like Ocelot meowing like a cat. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I'm hyped for an MGS3 remake though. I fucking love MGS3. Peace Walker is probably my favourite in terms of politics. The Southern Communist. I just like BJ. Like, he's so fucking funny, man. Metal Gear names really confuse me. Do you mean like character names? I've been listening to so much weird lo-fi of video game soundtracks. I'm listening to Animal Crossing. No, I'm listening to Ocarina of Time lo-fi. I was listening to Animal Crossing New Leaf 7 p.m. lo-fi, like the track for 7 p.m. Been listening to Kerry Eurodyne playing guitar on his yacht on Cyberpunk lo-fi. I've been listening to Johnny Silverhand playing Pom Pom Shit, which is a real song in Cyberpunk, a cover of it on his guitar in lo-fi as well, just on loop for fucking ages. How do you feel about Americans being quick to be racist against Brits? I don't think Americans are racist against Brits. How can they be? Like, if you're talking about white Americans, most British people are white anyway. I mean, the Americans do get a bit butthurt about British people, but who really cares? character names. They're quite simple. They're just stupid. It's like Death Stranding. Like, the names are so dumb. Big Mama, Die Hardman. What's the other one? Die Hardman. Who's the Nick Reffin one? Die Hardman. Hartman. Hartman. Yeah, I'm hyped for Halo Infinite campaign. I haven't seen spoilers, but the Banished are such a better enemy than the fucking Prometheans. I hated. They just feel so bad to shoot. How do you feel about Splinter Cell and other? I like Tom Clancy games generally. Division, Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon. Dead Man, yeah, Dead Man, Dead Man, literally like a fucking zombie. Hartman, Dead Man, Big Mama, Die Hardman. So Death Stranding actually has a good story though. It's just fucking stupid. Oh gosh, that fucking sucks. Run by a fucking Australian Nazi. Australian Nazi. Anyway, I think we've been streaming for about 2 hours nearly, so I think I'll leave it there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go play. I want to play some video games, but I might just play some Forza Horizon, which I've been banging out lately, which has been fun. I never really liked racing games before, but this one, I'm not playing the new one. I'm playing the last one set in the UK because I drove around Scotland in the summer and the Highlands and Edinburgh. Like I literally drove from like London to Scotland and then around Scotland for like 9 days. So playing Forza Horizon 4 set in that area is just kind of cool, and it's also relaxing because I don't know how many of you have driven around like rural England and rural Scotland. It's really fucking stressful because it's like the roads can only fit one car in them and people driving them like absolute fucking maniacs, and you got to like pull over into like the dirt. I actually got my car stuck in loads of fucking grass and had to have like, thankfully there was like some people at a logging camp nearby who came and helped me get the car out. But oh my god, like my anxiety, like neurological stuff was so fucking bad, and I abused coffee and monster. It was really fun. Like it's meant to be like Route 66 for Scotland. It's called the North Coast 500. It's absolutely beautiful as well, but it's just we stayed in a different place every single day. So I was literally driving like 5 or 6 hours every day. Scotland is fucking massive, by the way. Like, UK does not look big on a map, but driving around Scotland is just takes so long. Probably because it's really rural and the roads are not straight lines. You just like drive around fucking mountains all day. No game set in my home country. Sad. What is your home country? Do you say Portugal, or was that someone else who said that? No, sorry, it wasn't you who said that. I mean, with your name, it could be like several different ones. Yeah, I've been enjoying loads of UK games like Assassin's Creed Syndicate was pretty sick in London. Then you have obviously Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is in England, has London in it. Then you have Watch Dogs Legion, which is set in London. Like I fucking love it, man. Like someone who like has lived in London my whole life, like worked in London, just gone there as a kid, hang out and stuff, and just love English history. Like it's so fucking cool. I just love like the vibe of London so much. Like not London. I like London a lot. I mean, I love the aesthetics of the UK. Like that's why I like playing Forza. Like overcast forests and rain in the UK. I just fucking love it. El Salvador. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Games in El Salvador. Probably like some Tom Clancy game or something where you play as like Americans. How's the Bitcoin stuff going? It's actually such a fucking disgrace, to be honest. Now, Peace Walker takes place in Nicaragua mainly, but also Costa Rica and Colombia a tiny bit. We don't even make it to FIFA because we're trash at football. You know Honduras. What's up, my communist homies? Hey, Atheist Mando. Sneed Mando. I'm never gonna get over your fucking name, Sneed. I got Atheist Mando and Sneed Mando. I'm never gonna get over. Like, I don't know which I prefer. Sneed posting is just the dumbest fucking shit that I watched there's a good channel. It's like some meme review thing, and I don't know what, like, it's fucking cool, but it made like a 10-minute video on Sneed posting and just talked about its like peak meme because it's just so fucking stupid, but it's also so good. Like, your name is Steve Mando. Oh, really? Interstellar Bruce, that's fucking crazy. Antifa is worse than all the fucking fash stuff. I love playing games based on places you've been in real life. Yeah, me too. Especially places I fucking live. I was trying to find my workplace, my old workplace on Watch Dogs Legion. Sadly, it didn't exist. It's gonna crash and they're gonna make a goddamn the fucking like I feel bad for El Salvador because it's just been like fucked over by the US so much, and then it finally gets some stability with the dollar over the last 20 years, and it's just they introduce like the most fucking volatile, not the most volatile, but like literally a form of currency that is so fucking volatile. And what is the worst is these fucking American libertarian colonialist fucks just like celebrate it like it's a great thing and everyone should do it. No, they fucking shouldn't. Cryptocurrency is a massive fucking scam. Yeah, see you later, Spooky Kitty. Thanks for joining. Always appreciate you coming to the streams. Alright, but yeah, really enjoyed the stream tonight. You know I enjoy the stream if it goes on for ages. Enjoy talking about the games. Hopefully I'll clip that and like use it in my political gaming video, whatever it's called. So I think that was a good take. And I talked for ages, which was nice as well. So yeah, as for the content on the channel, I think tomorrow another no fap video. Monday or Tuesday, I might start changing my streaming to Monday because I'm always so fucking tired after football, and it really stresses me out trying to get a video done, and I think I always do a worse take on camera when I'm tired from football, and I always regret it afterwards. So I might start doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday uploads, or Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I've yet to decide yet. Hi, best civil disobedience. So just coming in as I'm wrapping up. Brothers in Arms video when? Probably never, because there's not really much to say about politics. It's rather philosophy. Capitalists refuse to see the common person doesn't want to invest and speculate yet, for sure. But yeah, just look out for the video tomorrow. 2 streams next week. I'll work out when, and hopefully get some more video. The thing is, I'm gonna try and stream for longer. Going forward, like I want to stream for like 2 to 4 hours, but I want to play video games for the second half. So what would happen is like maybe I'd talk for like an hour and a half and play video games for an hour and a half while talking, but like something easy to talk while I play it, like not playing like Call of Duty Online, but like something like saying like Brothers in Arms or Tetris or Animal Crossing or something like that. I just need to set up my streaming stuff a bit better, to be honest. The Oreo idea, yeah, the banana and Oreo thins blended with ice and maybe a bit of milk is really fucking nice. I really want one right now. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for joining. Anyone who gave me a super chat, I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for the good chat about video games. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, video tomorrow, look out for that. And follow me on socials and come join the Discord and the subreddit if you want. And if you ever have good ideas for anything, you can message me on Discord or Instagram about it. Yeah, Raxim's problem is I don't play PC games, and I tried with Halo, but it just kept overheating my PC, so I just thought, fuck it, I'll just buy an Xbox Series S. But anyway, have a good weekend, everyone, and enjoy the run up to Christmas. It finally feels a bit like Christmas. I was driving through loads of towns in London, it's just all the Christmas lights, it's really nice. And yeah, watch Mr. Robot. Watch Mr. Robot, and you can get to season 4 before Christmas and enjoy the Christmas theme of it. Alright then, yeah, see you guys in the next stream. Thanks so much, and look out for the video.